What's up, fishes? This is Scuba Girl Terri coming to you from the home studio here for Scuba Girls International. Today, we have Roxanne with us, and we're going to talk a little bit about her excitement around scuba diving and what is her passion and excitement around scuba diving and why she wants to get into our little activity. I have lots of things to say to add to her excitement. She and I met at the Georgia Aquarium not too long ago via the shark exhibit. I was volunteering at the Georgia Aquarium that day. If anyone saw my live before Christmas or shortly after Christmas, somewhere around the Christmas timeframe, you will see the story about how I was basically moved to tears around this young woman's excitement around wanting to be a scuba diver and get into scuba diving. And just seeing so much of her passion, I saw myself in her excitement. So today she's here with me, and we are going to talk about her journey to get interested in water and water sports like scuba diving, and maybe have a little surprise for her. Roxanne, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, how old you are, your favorite subject in school, kind of stuff like that.
I'm 14 and...
Hold up. She's 14. She's taller than me. She's 14. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Well, my favorite subjects would probably have to be science and social studies because I like to learn stuff about like our past and what we don't know as much now, you know?
Mm-hmm. Tell me about science. What are some of your favorite things about science, or what type of science have you gotten into so far?
My favorite science as of right now, which is what we're learning the periodic table, so chemistry.
Chemistry, that's big doings.
Yeah.
I did not do well with chemistry in school. Not at all. I mean, I loved the labs and the experiments and, put this here, put it under a burner, watch what happens. But the math portion, all of the math homework, math and I were not friends at all. Math was kind of a terroristic organization to me. So
it's because you just do like new stuff every
few days. Wow, what's this equation? What's this? And you want me to remember the equation? No, not happening. Out of your favorite things to do when you're not in school, what are some of the things that you like to do?
Probably swimming, painting, drawing, those types of stuff.
What are some of your favorite things to draw?
Some of my favorite things to draw are actually marine animals.
Really?
Yeah, I should have brought my sketchbook.
Yes, you should have. That would have been amazing.
I was actually just working on a manta ray photo.
Get out.
Because I love manta rays. They're so cool.
They're beautiful, beautiful creatures. I love just watching them move through the water. When you're at the Georgia Aquarium and at the Ocean Voyager, they're huge and just breathtaking watching their movement in the water. And if you watch some of them, like the few that get really, really close to the window, some of them have just crazy personalities. And you watch them come up the window and then it looks like, oh no, somebody's falling. And they're just, I think they absolutely have personalities.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's so cool that you love drawing marine animals.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because it's the only thing that I can actually draw. Because I'm not good at drawing people, but more of animals.
That's a different skill set. People, faces, body shapes. That I remember from art classes that it's trying to create and connect basic shapes to create the shapes. It never worked for me. I have the artistic talent in the drawing space of less than a kindergartner. I would not want to be the one drawing anything. Tell me about your experience and some of the things that you've done in and around water.
Well, when I was younger, my mom told me that I actually started to get into the water when I was around 2 years old.
Yeah.
And that's my first thing in water. And she told me that I actually didn't want to get out of the water once they put me in it. So that was the beginning of a long journey of new stuff.
Water at a very young age, taking that fear out, that's an incredible thing. That's an incredible gift to give somebody. So that is incredibly cool. Tell me about swimming. I understand you like swimming.
Well, I'm actually trying to get into a swim team at my new school.
Very cool.
But before, I was actually supposed to do a very specific swim group because I was at a swim place for so long that they wanted me to go into the swim team because I was pretty good.
That's awesome. What is your favorite thing in swimming?
My favorite thing would probably be breaststroke and freestyle.
I am not very good at freestyle. Like, I have considered taking private lessons no good. I'm great with doggy paddle. I'm great with doggy paddle. So you're looking to get on the swim team and compete. Do you have any goals with being on the swim team?
As of right now, I don't have any major goals. I just kind of want to do it to see where my limits can go and my strengths can be and how well I can get in the water.
That's very cool. I admire that. And just see what happens and where you go with that. I understand that you have an interest in scuba diving.
Absolutely.
I want to hear.
Really wanting to do it.
I want to hear all about it. When did you first realize scuba diving was a thing?
The first time I realized it was actually at the Georgia Aquarium when I was younger, because I saw one of the people going in and like cleaning up the tank at that big section.
Yep. That's the Ocean Voyager.
And I remember because I was like, what are they doing? Ooh, how did they get in there? And then they were just like chilling and doing that. And then like my grandma was showing me videos of people actually getting in the water and enjoying and seeing all the animals and the life around it. And I was like, I really want to do that.
Yeah, that's super cool. Have you ever done snorkeling or anything like that?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I hope I do, though.
So when you saw the divers in the Georgia Aquarium cleaning, what were your first thoughts around what they were doing and what sparked an interest for you to get into that?
At first, I was like, they're getting so close to the animals, and the animals are just kind of being so, like, they were like looking at them and like just how they were acting in the water and how they were just doing their job. Like, it was normal. And I just wanted to feel like that. Like, you could be normal in a different surrounding that you're not used to.
I will tell you that scuba diving is one of the coolest yet most peaceful things I have ever done in my life. It is very relaxing. It's exciting. And when you're down underwater in the ocean, it's like a completely different planet. It's very alien looking under there the first couple of times that you go, because you're down there with these huge coral formations and you're seeing all the wildlife and you're just like, oh my gosh, there's things everywhere and their sounds are different. And you're like, what is that crackling? What's that popping noise? And it's just, there's so much to discover and so much to learn about. And you're right. You're like, it's a completely different environment. And at first, when you're first learning, you're learning in a pool and you have that moment of, okay, oh, this is foreign. This is different. This is weird. My body doesn't feel like this is normal. So you're like, oh, I'm kind of nervous. But the cool thing about it, when you're in the pool, if you have that problem, you just stand up. So you're underwater, you're in the pool, you're trying to breathe with the regulator and the equipment and the gear for the first time. And you're like, this feels weird. You stand up and then your head goes, okay, I'm fine. And then you go down again and you stay down a little bit longer and you stay down a little bit longer. And then you're like, I don't want to get out, which I can see already by the excitement on your face about scuba diving that this is going to totally be you. You're going to be like, yeah, I don't want to get out. I'm almost out of air. Darn it.
Man.
Yeah. Have you done any of your own research about scuba diving?
I've done a little research and I've been on the page that you told me to go to. And I've been looking, and I think that my mom tried to get me into one of the classes. And I really hope that I can get into something so I can start.
So there is a whole bunch of dive operations in this area that would be a great fit for you. We can talk about those shops some point when you guys are ready to pick whatever class that she's going to go into. And we can set you up with, I know a couple of shops, one in particular will do Tuesday, Thursday classes. They'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday classes. They make it really easy to do your checkout dives or your certification dives once you're finished with everything. You can do that. I know mom's like, ah. You can get on a bus and go down to the Florida Keys. You can get in your car and drive to the quarries here that are local. Now, us being in a landlocked state, Georgia, well, mostly landlocked state, Georgia doesn't offer a whole lot of options for diving. So there's one dive shop in particular that owns the Kraken Springs here locally, which is about an hour from the Atlanta metro area. They only allow students in their quarry now. So most of us who are not associated with that particular dive shop will go to Blue Water Park in Pelham, Alabama. We'll go to Diveland Park in Glencoe, Alabama, or we'll go to, say, Loch Lomond in Athens, Tennessee. There's so many quarries around here for us to get underwater and just get that fix, to get underwater and blow bubbles, that there, mind you, it's going to take some time. You're going to get in the car and you're going to be like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And, there's Martha's Quarry in Nashville. There's a couple of others there's one quarry in particular that I've yet to go to. I believe it's in Tennessee. It's kind of like a spring where it's 72 degrees all year round, which is interesting. So the fun thing about some of the other places that are great to go to, they do take a little bit further to get to, but they're down in Florida. They're natural springs, so they're 72 degrees all year round. Now, this time of year when it's 40 degrees outside, your water temperature is warmer than the air temperature. So you have to consider that, right? You're getting in the water temperature is decent. You still have to protect yourself and your skin and your core temperature from dropping, even though it's 72 degrees. But when you get out of the water and the water temperature is cold, you have to make sure you stay warm and get dry quick. But the rest of the year, when it's, 80, 90 degrees, that water is refreshing and it feels great. And there's lots and lots of things to do and see. One of my favorite springs down in Florida would be Blue Grotto. They have this cute little turtle down there. His name is Virgil, and everybody loves to go see Virgil. There's lots of things to see down in that particular springs. There's another one called Devil's Den, which is literally like 5 minutes across the street. And they do a lot of diving there, swimming and snorkeling. They're also, it's kind of like this large hole in the ground. It's like a sinkhole. And then they put in like a staircase to go walk all the way down. And you're able to get on the platform and people can swim, snorkel, but you can also scuba dive there, which is, the cool thing is it's closer. You don't have to go as far as if you're trying to get to the Florida Keys. If you're going to the Florida Keys, there's a dive shop here locally that will put you on a bus. You leave on a Thursday or a Friday. You wake up the next morning, you get up, you go dive, which you get on a boat, go out in the ocean, which is super cool. And mom's over here rolling her eyes like, oh, you mean I have to get on a boat? Oh, now her being the age that she is, you wouldn't necessarily have to get on the boat, I don't think, if you didn't want to. If she's comfortable enough with the people that she's with, they can be responsible for her. Or, otherwise mom going to have to put on her big girl pants and get on the boat.
Get on the boat. Yeah.
And get on the boat. Mom is sitting here in the corner hanging out on the floor with our cats. So one of the other things that I have to tell you that you don't know about yet, is when I was talking about you during Christmas and I had gone live on my YouTube channel and just hanging out with people, because I have a firm belief that there are people out there who are by themselves who don't need to be alone during the holidays. So I was sitting here wrapping presents for my kids and family and ended up going live on my YouTube channel and just talking to people, just hanging out, talking to people. Well, I started talking about you and I got emotional. I got excited. I see so much of myself and your passion around wanting to get into scuba diving and see what this is like, that I can see you building more than just a fun recreational hobby out of this. the way that you were talking about diving in and your excitement around sharks while we were standing there at the shark exhibit at the Georgia Aquarium, people wanted to know if they could help you with your dive education. We have already received $200 in donations for your dive education, and people are waiting to donate more. For you. Yeah. So, yeah. So diving is not an inexpensive hobby. Oh, honey. You are so excited about diving that I cannot wait. Look, now I'm going to cry. I cannot wait to see you grow in this sport because I can already see just how excited you are. You are going to get in the water and your poor mom is going to be like, where did my daughter go? Because you are going to be unnatural. You're going to fall in love with scuba diving. You're going to get in the water and you're like, Mom, I'll see you later. Now, I was trying to talk your mom into getting involved and getting ready for class, but she wants you to go first. I completely respect and understand that. So what I want to know, I want you to think about when you are ready, we're going to give these donations to your mom so she can sign you up for class. And we're going to get you in and signed up and get you ready with the basics that you need. And I would like permission between the two of you. It's ultimately your decision, but Mom, being you're not legal to make adult decisions yet. If it is okay, can we follow along in your journey and share that with everybody? I think that you are a beautiful young woman. And I think there are more women, young girls just like you who need to see that this is possible and that you can be in spaces and make space for young women and young girls who look just like you and then be like, I want to be like her. Oh my goodness. You okay?
Yeah. I'm okay now.
So we have started the collection for your scuba journey and we'll help you guys pick out a shop. We'll help you guys get coordinated with where you want to learn. I'll take you to that shop. We'll get you introduced to the instructors. I do teach. There's a couple of places that is optional. I don't have to be your instructor. I just want to be a part of the journey and support you the whole way. Okay?
Okay.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to and say hi to, since lots of people are going to see this?
Probably my mom, obviously.
Mom.
And my grandma, because she's like the main person who gets me into the water. And she's what truly made me love the water even more, because she's actually the first person who took me to like the beach so I could get to know water better.
Yeah.
And I just thank her. I thank her all the time.
Right there. Look there and tell her that.
Thank you, Gigi, for everything that you did for me. And you and Mom and Dad and everyone who loves me and helps me with my life. Just thank you guys.
She is an incredible young woman. I cannot wait to see where she goes with this and just be able to follow her journey. Because today, what's today? Today is Saturday, February 4th. It is currently 1:50 p.m. I will put money on this. This girl's going to end up being a scuba instructor and traveling the world. Write it down. And in 10 years, if I'm wrong, I'll give you money.
Okay.
But I promise you, this is where this young lady's going to go, just based on her conversations and her talk and her passion and excitement about marine life. This is where you're going to see her in 10 years. I promise you. Anything else you want to tell everybody?
Just thank you guys. Thank you for everything that you do. And thank you for helping me with my education. Because I'm so excited. I can't even wait to start yet.
Well, we are gonna. So if you are interested in donating to Roxanne's dive education, We're going to put the information in the description for this video, and it will be available. Please feel free to donate 5 cents, 10 cents, $1. It doesn't matter. It's going to pay dividends. This one's going to be amazing. I promise you. And we're going to follow her journey. And after she's certified, she and I are going to go on a dive trip, and I'm going to drag mom with us. Yes, I'm going to drag mom with us. So thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss any more content. I promise you I'm working on getting more frequent and delivering more content on a regular basis now that the studio is put together. I can't wait to bring some of the stuff we have for you for 2023. And I promise you, Roxanne will be back. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See you guys next time.